Everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. MersLess Ones here, back with another Dokkan battle video, and in this one we're going to go over the new Dokkan Festival Super Baby one that transforms. Dokkan Fest banner that just came out recently. See if it's worth summoning or skipping. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you have been here for a while, subscribe and help me get to 600 subscribers. And if you would like to further support me and the channel, you can do so by becoming a channel member by clicking the join button. Now, with all that said, let us go ahead and get started. Alright, so first things first here, as you can see here, you can get some summon points here if you just summon on the banner for the first couple of multis here. And after performing 2 multis, you are guaranteed to recruit 1 featured SSR for about 7 rounds. So there is that. I guess real quick, we can actually talk about the tickets, or I guess the summon points that you can get from the tickets. The characters have been, what am I trying to say here? They added the Transcendent Dokkan campaign and the Global Dokkan campaign characters on the summon point tickets. So you do get a chance to pull those, but they won't be added on there until November, right? Upcoming new lineup schedule. Characters are only available March 2025. Let me see. It says it is somewhere in here, but those characters will be added on there in November. So if you're someone that has plenty of points saved up and you kind of missed out on these 2 celebrations, you will have a chance to pull them just in November when they're added on there. So there's that. Yeah, here we have the banner and we have the featured list. Unfortunately, this is a 10 featured unit banner, so there are a lot of featured units here, which will give you a less chance to pull this new Super Baby one that does transform. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I already have these characters pulled up here, so we can just go over the baby and the banner unit trunks very quickly. By the time you're seeing this, I think my gameplay or 55% level 1 link showcase should already be out. Yeah, he's definitely going to be very, very good. He does provide a lot for his team. In base, he's not going to be doing much here just because he's kind of like AGL Carnival Super Saiyan 3 Goku in base, really. That's just pretty much what he is. His conditions to transform, he can do it from his 3rd turn from the start of turn, along as he has a 3 or more corroded body or mind, and GT boss category characters on the team starting from his 3rd turn from his entry turn. If you don't have 3 or more characters from these categories on here, it's going to be his 5th turn from the start of his turn. So basically, the latest you can transform with the unit with his conditions met is going to be turn 3, 4, and 5. Then without the conditions being met is going to be 4, 5, 6 at the latest. So really, with the proper team, it's his 2nd turn. Without the proper team, is going to be his 3rd turn, where you're going to be able to transform. And he transforms automatically, so you don't really have to do anything. Yeah, he just has a 30% attack raise right here in base, but when he transforms, he stacks and he's going to have a 20% attack and defense raise. Here are his links right here. We can just take a look at them maxed out. Thirst for Conquest, you can just pretty much see the what you get here for these links being maxed out. The biggest links here are GT and Big Bad Bosses here. I mean, Big Bad Bosses has always been a very great link. GT is a good link too. Fierce Battle, Nightmare, and Hatred of Saiyans. Yeah, overall some pretty good links. He's on quite a bit of teams here. He actually leads Battle of Fate and Corroded Body and Mind, so we can probably just pull these up since he is the new character. He's going to be leading these. Yeah, decent amount of teams here, so not bad. So for his Corroded Body and Mind, not really much going on here. You just have him. You do have, I mean, this guy, he did Super EZA. His Super EZA is very good and he's still usable. Obviously, this guy from the Global Dokkan campaign, he's usable as well. But outside of those 2, I guess, including him, 3 characters, you're really not going to be doing much with Corroded Body and Mind right here, unfortunately. His time limited buffs are over, sadly. I mean, you do have the clones here, but those are free to play units. And yeah, just outside of that, you don't really have much going on here. Maybe the Part 2 LR could be a new Majin Vegeta. I mean, it is possible, and then if so, that I don't think that's still going to be enough to help out with Corroded Body and Mind here. But I mean, you know, there is that leader skill that he does lead. So we can just go ahead and close that out. And then here's Battle of Fate, a category that will always, I'm pretty sure, will always be good. I mean, just look at who we have on here. Really, Battle of Fate is just the final. I think it's the final fight of every arc. I think that's how the Dokkan Wiki describes it. But so yeah, and you know those are always hype moments. So those are always going to have good characters on here. I mean, just looking at it, you have obviously the Transcendent Dokkan campaign units on here. Yeah, a lot of super easy A's on here. Golden Frieza, Vegeta and Trunks, Super Saiyan 4, Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4s. Who else do we have on here? Yeah, just a lot of good characters on here. So this is a category that's always going to be very, very good. These guys will be easying in about what 4 or 5 months. So I mean, yeah, they're going to be very, very good when they easy A. Then that's when the 23 units will start easy A. We'll get these guys easy A, this guy to easy A, this guy to easy A, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, it's still good right now, but it's only going to get better over time. Battle of Fate. And so yeah, that's pretty much Baby and Base here. When he transforms to Super Baby 2, yeah, he actually becomes a really decent character here. He only buffs corroded body and mind attack 60% for some reason. In base, I didn't say what it was in base. In base, he does the same thing. It's only 50%. And then he also in base has a great chance to dodge. And then after he attacks his very first time, he's going to get an extra 10%. So 80% dodge there. But that's only for the one time. And then when he transforms, he pretty much does the same thing. He has a great chance to dodge here. But after he attacks his first time, it's still going to be an increased 20% chance. So at that time, he will have a 90% chance to dodge, which will be very, very good. And then if all allies attacking the same turn are extreme class, you get a scouter and you get a guaranteed additional, which is going to be very, very good. And then if all allies attacking the same turn are corroded body and mind, you get a crit chance and damage reduction 30%. Until corroded body and mind gets more characters, you probably won't get this part of his ability at all. I mean, you can... I mean, you're really only going to be able to benefit this just a little bit because if you put him on LR Omega's team, you can put the STR Goku Black and Zamasu on there, and he can benefit from that, and that's going to be a lot of damage for him. Yeah, so here, this part of his passive here, if there's a superclass enemy, when the character gets just a single key sphere, he gets 120% attack, 30% chance of crit, and same thing here, but he also is going to get this if there's an Earthbred Fighters category enemy as well. And the good thing about this is you just need to get at least 5 key spheres to get both of these. So just in case you're not facing a superclass character or an Earthbred Fighters category enemy, just get 5 key spheres, you can get both of these, which is going to be very good. And then like I mentioned on his 12 key, he does get a 20% attack and defensive stack. So that's going to be very good in Festival of Battles, and his links aren't changing here. Now, with that, he does have his giant ape transformation here. He also does have an active skill in here too, which just massively raises your attack and causes... No, wait, that's a 12 key. This is his active skill. Raises attack by 1,700% temporarily and causes ultimate damage to the enemy. This does last for 2 turns, and you know, it doesn't really do that much damage, at least when I was at 55% level 1 links doing my showcase. What he'll be probably with more dupes and link level 10 probably won't be that much, just because unfortunately the stacks that he does in Super Baby 2 doesn't, you know, just carry out when he goes into his giant ape form. Bit unfortunate, but you know, it's still helpful. With the giant ape form, you can like just move those characters that are locked, you know, in different spots and get rid of bosses supers. It's you know, a really nice, I guess you could say, team protect thing. Not like Beast Gohan's, Gogetas, or the LR Golden Frieza and Gogeta, but you know, it still helps just a little bit. Actually, a lot of it. It helps out a lot. So there is that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the baby. Now we'll just go over the featured units very quickly since they're kind of older. Oh, well, the Banner Unit Trunks. The Banner Unit Trunks, I haven't ran him yet. I do have him, I just haven't used him yet. But he does support corroded body and mind with key +1 attack and defense 30%. Per corroded body and mind or terrifying conquerors category allies on the team, he gets 50% attack and 5% damage reduction. And if you have baby in the same turn, or when all allies attacking in the same turn are corroded body and mind characters, you get 100% attack when attacking, and you get just guard. And then as the first attacker in a turn, key +1 attack and defense 150%, damage reduction rate 15%. And then he can lower the enemy's attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. And then when he receives attack, he gets 250% attack and defense and a guaranteed additional super. So, I mean, he's kind of forced to, yeah, he is actually kind of forced to go in slot 1 here because you do get extra stats and damage reduction, which is probably what he'll need as a banner unit. But I don't know if this right here is just going to be enough for him to actually handle slot 1. But I haven't used any yet, so I guess we'll see. His links here are pretty much almost kind of the same as the baby there. So there's that. He is on Hybrid Saiyans, Airbred Fighters, Mixture and Execution. Those are some really good categories that you can use him on, but he's going to be kind of restricted to Kuroda Body and Mind, really, just because he gets so much for being on those teams. And so that's the banner unit Trunks. And then we have the STR Perfect Form Cell here that came out. What was it? About a month after the anniversary? I think he was the April 1st. Yeah, he was March 31st, technically April 1st, but whatever. So yeah, he came out a few months after the anniversary here. Yeah, I think this was the first TR after the Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, actually. Anyways, yeah, so here's this cell here. I haven't used him. I did pull him in my summons, but I haven't used him yet. But he does seem okay, really. It's just that he leads tournament participants in Worldwide Chaos. Tournament participants have not gotten buffed that much. Well, Golden Week, but the Golden Week units, they're okay. Hit's really good. The Tag, Kale, and Caulifla, I haven't used them much, but, they're okay as a tag character. So I guess you can get a little bit of use out of him. You can just pretty much see he does have an intro here, and he does pop a domain. But to use his domain and to get his intro animation, there has to be a tournament participants category enemy or another tournament participants category ally at the start of the character's attacking turn. So yeah, while you have an intro, you get a 50% chance to crit, and then you get a guaranteed additional super, and you get his domain that lasts for 5 turns, which is pretty good. His domain, tournament participants, category enemies and allies, attack and defense 15%, androids or android/cell saga category enemies and allies 15% attack and defense. So really, if everybody fits this condition, you're getting 30% attack and defense while the domain is up, which is honestly very, very good. Very good. Let's see what else he does here. I guess his base effects: 2 key attack and defense 200%, damage reduction rate 20%. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. That is a 70% right there. When there's a tournament participants category enemy, he gets 50% more attack and defense. When attacking with 12 key here, you can see he gets some attack. Every attack performed, he builds up defense. Then he also does have a revive, which is good. After the character or an ally's revival skill is activated, damage reduction rate 30% temporarily when receiving a super attack, and after the character's revival skill is activated, damage reduction rate 15% and guards all attacks. So you definitely want this character to get revived. But the thing is, the way this passive is worded, if you're familiar with the Int LR Billy from last year's Worldwide Download Celebration, this cell works kind of the same way in regards to his revive. He gets very, very good with his revive up, but it's this character that, has to get revived. If you run 2 of these cells, it's the cell that you revive with gets these stats, not both of them. And that's pretty much the problem with this cell. That and probably, I guess you could say, his team, really. Tournament participants and Worldwide Chaos probably isn't really all of that right now. Like I did mention, Hit. Yep, Hit. The Golden Week units, yeah. They did, I guess these units did just kind of age out pretty fast because the special battles from the Global Dokkan campaign is very, very difficult. So there's that. And then Worldwide Chaos, it actually did get a little bit, but probably not enough. You just have these guys, then the LR, STR, Goku Black there. Yeah. I guess with Cell's team, he just didn't get the help he needed right away. But overall, yeah, that's pretty much the Cell in a nutshell. Yeah, but probably still can be used and probably is pretty decent. Probably will need dupes though. Him at only 55% probably won't be enough. But he also does have an active skill that gives him 2 key and 35% stat attack and defense in battle though, which is going to be very good. And then this can be activated when HP is 70% or less, or starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn. Not a bad condition, I guess. So there's that. And then we have this Tech Buhan here that came out. Well, I guess if you want to go off the global. Well, no, the games were synced by at this point. So yeah, he came out a little bit, almost a year ago now. So I mean, this is just pretty much what he does. 2 key, 200% attack and defense. Guards all attacks. When attacking, gets 58% stats for 6 turns from the start of battle. Attack and defense 100%. 50% chance to crit. Starting from the 7th turn from the start of battle, high chance of evading enemies' attacks and launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. And then when there's another power absorption or transformation boost category ally attacking the same turn, attacking chance of performing a critical hit 50%. Extreme class allies key +2 attack and defense 50%. When receiving an attack for the first time, the more HP remaining, the greater the defensive boost when within the turn, up to 150%. Seems like an interesting character. He does have a domain, to no one's surprise. This can be activated when all allies attacking the same turn are power absorption category characters, or starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. Really? Only power absorption? 6th turn from the start of battle? I guess that's not too bad. Creates this domain while you are inside the domain. Power absorption or transformation boost category enemies and allies. Attack and defense 15%. Majin Buu Saga category enemies and allies 15% attack and defense. So if you're up under the full condition, you're going to get 30% more attack and defense, which is obviously very great there. Here's his link skills right here. He does have big bad bosses, which is obviously probably one of the best links in the game, in my opinion. And yeah, I guess he also does transform. So while he's transformed, he gets 6 key, 300% attack and defense, 70% damage reduction, changes key spears, AGL to tech, and recovers 30% HP at the end of the turn. 100% attack when attacking. For every key spear change, chance of performing a critical hit 5%, and defense 40% when receiving an attack. Pretty good. 3 more key spears launches an additional attack. 6 or more key spears, another additional. And when there's a fused fighter category enemy, you're going to do another additional super. So really, this character can do 5 supers while he's in this domain if you have him with dupes. And you can get a hidden potential there. So that's actually really good. His super attack effect here, he massively raises attack and causes immense damage to the enemy with a high chance of stunning the enemy. Massively raises attack. So he stacks while he transforms. I don't have this tech boo before I summoned on this banner. But yeah, I didn't know he stacked attack. That's pretty good. Especially if he's going to keep that while he just doesn't when he transforms back. That's going to be very good, actually. Really good. And so yeah, there's pretty much the tech boo. I mean, we can just take a look at the categories very quickly just to see what his team is looking like. Power absorption, I mean, you can run him on LR Omega's team, but since he is a domain character, there is domain clashing there. And power absorption, not much going for it right now. And then transformation boost will pretty much always be a pretty decent link. You do have a lot of characters on here, actually. Some decent characters. And so that is it for the Tech Buhan. Next we have Slug here. I'm gonna move a little bit faster. Yeah, he has 3 leader skills. Really? 3? For a monthly LR, he has 3 leader skills? Okay, well, Demonic Power, Inhuman Deeds, and Movie Bosses are his leader skills. He does have a domain as well. They really love giving villains domains. But with his intro, you need 3 or more Demonic Power category allies. Demonic Power, huh? I mean, you do have these Gohans, and that's pretty much it really for Demonic Power. There's not much going for it at the moment. Yeah, 200% attack, 33% damage reduction, and creates a domain for only 3 turns. Then his basic effects there, you can just pretty much see he gets key, 200% stats, more damage reduction, and a 70% chance of doing additional. He builds up attack and defense for every attack performed. After receiving far more of attacks in battle, he just gets a Scouter, which is great for the entire fight, really, in his attacking turn, so that's really good. You recover some HP if you're below a certain HP threshold. When the domain is up, you give allies 2 key, and you recover 10% HP at the start of each attacking turn. Pretty nice. He does have an active skill here, which can be activated when HP is 60% or less, or starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. And then while his domain is up, he's going to give demonic power category allies 15% attack and defense, increase damage received by superclass enemies and allies 10%, and an additional 15% for characters who also belong to Earthbred fighters. Not bad, not bad. 12 key, he just raises attack and defense and has a great chance to stun the enemy. Here are his character links here at max links. He's been out for a while now, so I'm just going to show these characters with their max links. And then there are his categories. Oh, he's on Power of Wishes. Interesting. They could do something with Power of Wishes for the 11th anniversary. Something really, really cool. So that's the, that was the, Lord Slug there. Now we have this Scouter Vegeta here that came out, yeah, about a year ago now. Oh yeah, a full year ago. He activates his interest animation when he's only facing one enemy. His leader skill, you can just pretty much see it right there. Gifted Warriors and Inhuman Deeds, I mean, we can just go ahead and take a look at that. No point in looking at Namek Saga because, I mean, this got nothing going on for it right now. I mean, Inhuman Deeds has got buffed recently, so you do have a wide range of characters you can use, and you can actually, it probably would be better to use him on Omega Steam just for more stats. And then, did I not pull up Gifted Warriors? I guess not. Gifted Warriors. The new Tech Wrathful Broly's on there. Golden Frieza's on there. The Gohan, Goten, and Trunks there. A couple of the Global Dokkan Campaign units are on there. The 10-year anniversaries are on there because of the tagging of Vegeta. Super Saiyan 3 Goten sees age pretty well. He's on there. So yeah, Gifted Warriors is a good leader skill. Just needs a new one for the more stats. So he gets extra key and more stats when you get his intro here. He randomly changes key spears to rainbow key spears. Every key spear obtained, he gets some stats up to 500. One or more key spear obtained, he gets some damage reduction and dodge. When attacking, he gets dodge, more damage reduction, and launches an additional attack when HP is 50% or more. If HP is 50% or less, he gets some defense and a high chance to crit. After performing 5 or more super attacks in battle, he changes all key spears to AGL. Only changes key spears of a certain type, AGL excluded, to AGL key spears. He actually does stack on his 12 key. He greatly raises attack and he raises defense for 1. No, yeah, he does. He stacks both actually. He just does a 50% attack stack raise. I'm not sure. That's probably a 20 or 30% right there. But, you know, he can use in Festival of Battles, which is great. He does have an active skill, so since he stacks, do a lot of super attacks, this is going to, you know, just hit even harder. And you only need to do 4 super attacks to get this, which is nice. Then he's just going to get 50% attack in battle, which is really, really good. And then here are his links right here. And then he is on quite a few bit of categories there. So there's the Scouter Vegeta. Alright, so we have this physical LR Goku Black. He's been out for well over a year now. I guess you could use him somewhat, just because Super Bosses did get buffed last, well, actually it was 2 celebrations ago now, sheesh. Yeah, during the Global Dokkan campaign, I mean, we did get some Super Bosses buffs. You can use him. It would be nice to use him just to be able to use his domain, you know, just to give the other Super Bosses characters some stats here. This is a character that's probably just going to do a lot of normals before you see supers, because, I mean, really, every key spear you just do normals, really, until you, like, get to, his domain here. While he has his domain up, when you, get Rainbow Key Spears, you get a rare chance of launching a super attack. I'm not sure what the rare chance is. It's either 5, 10, or 15%. But yeah, overall, he's usable, to say the least. That's pretty much it for this guy. He can fill a slot on the Super Bosses team. I'll just say that, and he'll actually fill a pretty nice spot with his domain. And then we have this Android 21 here who came out in 2023, so she's been out for a long time now. And this is just pretty much what she does here. You can just pretty much take a look, but if you've been playing the game from back then, you can pretty much see she doesn't really have much going for her right now, since, you know, she's aged out. And we've gotten some power creep since she came out, but next year she could get an easy A. She does have an active skill, her transformation. We can take a look at that. Sure, why not? And here she is when she transforms. There's not really much here. Gosh, just looking at the passive skill from most recent units, so like units from like a year ago or even 2 years ago, is definitely crazy. Man. She has another active skill here. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for her. I mean, at this point, she just needs an easy A, right? Any units from 2023 now need an easy A. And then here are the androids here. They're another 2023 unit just waiting for their easy A because they don't really have much going for them. They have an active skill, can be activated when HP is 70% or less, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. They stack attack, so I guess on their easy A, they'll be good for Festival of Battles. Oh, they actually do fuse in the Super 17 here. Yeah, looks like he can do some stuff here. But then again, this is a 2023 unit that needs his resurrection, Easy A. Actually, funny thing about this guy is actually going to be getting his Easy A next week, but he's currently not on the banner. He'll be on, I guess, whatever the Part 2 banner will be. He'll be on there, and then we'll have his Easy A by then. So hopefully his Easy A will do him some good. And then last but not least, we have the Super Easy A Cell, who still can be used somewhat, but he won't be as strong in like slot 1 as he was like during the 10th anniversary. You'll definitely probably want to run him in slot 2 or as a floater, but he can still get some things done for you. Yeah. And so that's pretty much it. That is the entire banner, not the entire banner, but these are SRs. Who really cares about those, right? Yeah, that is the entire banner and the characters that come with them. Overall, I mean, I guess if you're missing some of these characters from last year and you pretty much skipped out on this sale, I mean, you do have a chance to get some pretty decent units here. There are some 2023 units in here. Well, there's only a couple of them that will hopefully get a pretty decent Easy A next year. And there is a Super Easy A unit in here. I mean, obviously, if you have a chance to get a Super Easy A unit from a new banner, you obviously want to do it because they don't come around often now. Yeah, units that are eventually going to get a Super Easy A, they don't come around too often. So getting them here now is great. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Overall, is this a banner you should summon on? If you're like me and you like GT or not like love GT, I mean summon for it, you can't go wrong. I do love GT and I do like Super Baby and just Baby in general, so I do think he's cool. And I know we don't have a lot of baby characters in Dokkan, so if you're someone that was looking for like a new baby, you know, he's here finally, so there is that. Yeah, overall, not a bad unit. He does stack, he'll be good in Festival of Battles, and if he does get a little bit more help, he'll be better, but, you know, he's going to be a solid fit on Omega's team nonetheless. Yeah, anyways, that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.